Not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
You hear me? I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes and 2,000 or more subscribers every week. You hear me? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We haven't gotten into that sound in a long time, so I just wanted to throw that in for a little piece of a throwback. It's Thanksgiving week, right? A lot of you guys are gonna be with your families, okay? Prayerfully, if you're not with your family, hopefully you're somewhere doing the things that you want to do and you're having a great time doing it, right? With that being said, we will not be having the ladies first panel on tomorrow. We will actually be having it on tonight on my channel. All right. So make sure you guys come on back. We're gonna get into quite a few things on tonight. All right. So yeah, make sure your notification bells and things are on. All right. Now, today I came to talk to you guys just briefly about a few things. Of course, I want to talk about Masika Kalysha and what she has going on with the recent passing of her husband and father of her child. I also want to touch on a little bit of news that I've learned about Kandi and Todd. We're going to get into that. You know, the Braxtons, I do believe that it's going off at this point, but where some of the sisters ended up having to sit down, and I guess it was like a resolve. But Tamar Braxton did do a interview. I believe it was like a radio interview where she kind of talked about the reason the cease and desist was so problematic for her. So we'll get into that. What else did I want to tap into? Monique Samuels, because y'all had me gagged out yesterday. Understand that your girl had to go and do a little piece of snooping. What? Huh? I'm gonna. So we have to touch on that briefly with Monique Samuels. And what else did I want to get into with you guys? I don't know if you guys heard about these Birmingham hairstylists. I saw the video going around, so we're gonna tap into it. Basically, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Okay. Just know that the Birmingham hairstylists have been arrested at this point, and we're going to talk about that. And if I have time, we're going to tap into this young lady named Kayla Bryant, who is a student. Is she a spell? No, I think she may be going to Clark Atlanta University. And she was recently like yanked up by this guy and his girlfriend who he attended Morehouse. So we'll get into that situation because there's been an update regarding that young man because people were calling for his arrest. Okay. So, without further ado, right? Let's get into it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm sorry, Fine 9J. I did not have my stuff all the way together and I needed a little piece more time. You know what I'm saying? I need a little piece more time. So I appreciate you bearing with me and hopefully you in here already. Okay, great. So I'm glad that the company meeting did not keep you from being a part of the live. All right. Thank you so much, Caribbean Gal. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Now that I have a few of you guys in the room already, let us go ahead and get right on into Masika. And I really got to hear y'all thoughts about this because for the people that do not know, Masika has been married for, I would say, 2 to 3 years, right? I would say at least maybe like 2 to 3 years. Could be a little longer. Okay. She was married to this guy named Jamar Champ. I'm gonna call him Jay and or Champ. You know, I think that's the name he went by, so I call him Champ. But he recently passed away in a car accident, and I think it involved. You know what? I don't even know what it involves, so I don't want to say. I've been seeing different speculations because I don't know what's fact, right? I've been hearing, it was like an incident with somebody else that was on the road that was under the influence, and then I'm hearing it was an issue with the cyber truck he had. So I'm not. It could be both, right? I'm not sure, but I do know that he passed away at some point. I believe earlier this month, or was it the end of last month? I think it was earlier this month. Not sure, but he recently passed away. And of course, she had to do a lot of the planning and stuff, doing the funeral and things like that. And it seems like to me, whenever Masika came online to talk about the passing or to, I don't know, kind of grieve, whatever she had going on, I really feel like she was picked apart every which way, every which way, picked apart. And some stuff, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of did make me raise my eyebrow, right? And some people feel like the reaction from her is performative as hell. Like, oh, she giving this performative thing. But it's like, I don't know if it's performative. Like, that may be how she grieve, right? Whereas, and I'm gonna say her name because a lot of people sympathize with her more. Miss Kirk is over here, Miss EK, Erica Kirk over here, around here, smiling. When she cries, I don't see tears, but it doesn't mean she hasn't cried. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the tears are blending in, okay, with that skin. So I don't know whether the lady was really, but her movements has been awkward to me. Okay. It was interesting when she was hovering over the man's casket, and it was like, why is you showing us this? Right? Masika didn't even show her hovering over the casket. She showed a slight portion where she was talking to her daughter. As you could tell, she was looking into the casket, making sure her daughter was okay. That was a picture, right? But yeah, people are questioning, like, out of all of the things that photographer took pictures of at the funeral, why would you show these moments here? Y'all gotta let me know y'all thoughts, because I just kind of feel like some stuff you just gotta keep to yourself a little piece. Just a little piece, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, y'all, I'm not saying nobody's wrong. Y'all might be right in what you guys are predicting when it comes to the situation, but some part of me is kind of like, well, shit. I mean, maybe that's just how she grieved. Girl, you already got somebody in the comments telling us some delete this. I can't. These are the images, right? So first she captions this post saying, grief is the loudest silent echo that you will never hear but can't get out of your head. It's deafening. She says, it's like a stab to your heart. It feels like breathing with no lungs. Without your support, I don't know where I would be. She says, I took my vows till death do us part. I will carry your legacy, and so on, right? Um, That's what she said. And I don't know. I used to be one of them people that used to drag folks that would pick up their phone and start crying on the internet. Like, why are you doing that? But then as I've gotten older, like, I don't know. Maybe those people don't have nobody to go to, and they found community in the people that support them on social media. And when they make a post, sometimes people make a post thinking about a specific group of people, or some of y'all be making a post thinking about a certain person. Y'all know when y'all make posts and y'all be trying to shade people, y'all be trying to sub people indirectly, and you really be thinking about that one person or those two people that's going to react to that post, but you don't think about the 200 plus people that's actually looking at it. Sometimes that's the case, okay? You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people do that. When they come on there, they agree, they probably thinking about their group of folks. And then, dang, I didn't expect this post to go viral, because I was only expecting it to reach the 100 people that support me, because I'm really going through something. I need somebody to vent to. I need somebody to talk to, whatever. So I don't really, I mean, but to each his own. Everybody's different. Y'all may find fault in it. It's whatever. But these are the pictures, y'all. So that's one. This is where you can tell her daughter's looking into the casket, and she's like consoling her and talking to her. And I really feel for that baby. I really feel for her, because he really did take her daughter on. Y'all know her father is in jail, Fetty Wap. But this man, Champ, took her daughter on like his own child. Like, he would look after her, take care of her, spend time with her, do certain things with her daughter like that. Like, he gave birth to her. And he just seemed like he had a good spirit about him, like a good energy, very handsome man. He just seemed like he was a nice guy. Of course, these two have had issues, him and Masika. I think he may have made a post earlier this year. She was doing certain things that he didn't think was becoming, I guess, of a wife, or whatever the case was. He had made like a little post like, why are you acting like that? So, they've had their issues or whatnot, but hell, he still married her. That was his girl, right? Um, More pictures of her holding her child. And look, her baby falling out with her, and I completely understand that, because one, I don't know if she's ever seen a person laying up like that before. So this may be very new to her. And then to see that, wow, like, no, this is real. Like, he's never going to come back. This is what I was learning as a dad. And I was, excited about it. And then now he's gone. Like, that's a lot. And I think that people take away the fact that she's also a mom. So she's doing this process all over again by herself. Like, she thought that she would have somebody there that looked after her daughters. And then now her oldest daughter's dad is in jail. And then now you got her latest daughter that is no longer here and not coming back, and probably looked out for her, even if they weren't on good terms, just off of the strength that she was the mother of his child. He probably still looked out and took care of her and took care of certain things. And now she don't got that no more, right? But I don't know. I'm just giving y'all another way to look at it. Just a little piece, okay? So then she's posting more pictures. Oh, now, first of all, I do feel like there might be a little too much damn hair in this baby head. Now, wait a minute now, Masika. Now, that baby did not need that. Now, I know she got some beautiful long hair, but girl, I don't think she needed that extra piece weighing her head down like that. But that's not, let me not critique that baby, because she has some cute little girls. So these were the pictures that she chose to share. It's sad, at the end of the day, people saying they didn't see her cry. You literally can see the streaks on her face, running down on her face, that she was very emotional about it. Now, I already know some of y'all went straight to Martin Luther King. Cut it out. Y'all can stop. I know, I hear y'all right now. Okay? Through this camera. Yes, I do. Don't be sitting up there acting like MLK kids was the only ones that could lay their head in their mama lap. And y'all not right. It's Thanksgiving time. Okay? Y'all not right for that. Period. All right? Just really sad. And I really hate it for her daughter, because I'm just like thinking about her, like, is she scarred from this? What is she thinking? Because I know when I went to my first funeral with my grandmama, with this lady that I do not know, but she was somehow our relative. I did not go up there to view the body. I've never done that before. You know what I'm saying? So I was like a little spooked. So I said, "No, I'm gonna sit right here." When it was time to go around, so I'm gonna sit right here. And her kids, the woman's kids, were falling out all over the place. Like, they were going crazy. They were screaming for their mama and stuff like that. So for me, I kind of feel like I was traumatized a little piece. I feel like it was very traumatic for me. And I don't even much know these folks like that. I don't even understand the reason why y'all screaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know that y'all lost y'all mama, but what's going on? Right? And when I tell y'all I was spooked. And that was the first time for me that, I don't know, like, I was just terrified. I'll never forget. I was like, how old was I? Like, I don't know, between, I'm gonna say eight to 10. I can't remember how old I was. But I remember going to sleep, and I still was spooked, and it was pitch black in my house because my mom killed all the lights out when we all sleep. I woke up and took the covers from over my head. And when I tell y'all, and it could have been my imagination, but I literally saw a figure of the woman walking towards me. And ever since then, I was spooked the fuck out. Like, I did not like to do funerals, don't like to go, you know, because I would be afraid that when I go to sleep, I would see that person in that form. You know what I'm saying? I just always was afraid. But I feel like it wasn't until, like, I always would have to have somebody probably like sleep in the bed with me, or at least let me go to sleep before you leave or something like that. Like, I would just be spooked. And I feel like it wasn't until recently when my grandfather passed. Because I remember when I was in 7th grade, it was this chick that I used to be cool with, and her sister passed away, and she always kept her obituary. And again, of course, I'm traumatized. So I'm thinking it's real weird. Like, when we would drive past like cemeteries, I would look the other way. Especially when I know one coming, I would look the other way. Like, it was just real weird. And she was like, I said, "Why you keep that?" or something like that. And she was like, "Well, this is my sister." And I can't remember whatever I asked her, but she was like, "That's my sister. She not gonna hurt me," type of thing. Right? My granddaddy would always, not the granddad that, because I had two granddads to pass, one after the pandemic, and then I had another one more recently. But the one that my first granddad to pass, he was like, "Don't be afraid of the dead, be afraid of the live, because the dead not gonna get you." I'm like, "Bitch, you sure?" Because let Thriller tell it. Okay, let these horror movies tell it. They will get your ass. Okay, I don't know what you talking about. You ain't seen the things that I've seen. Although you've lived longer than me, you haven't seen it. What are you talking about? But like I say, it wasn't until my second granddad passed where me and my brother went to the funeral home to visit him and stuff. And my brother was super emotional. I always try to keep it together with stuff like that. I try, girl, I try. But that was the first time that I was able to like comfortably lay down, because I felt the same way that she felt. Like, that's my granddad. Like, he's not gonna hurt me. My first granddad was cremated. The second one actually had like a service and everything. And I was like, "This my granddad, he's not gonna hurt me." You know what I'm saying? So I finally got to that. But all in all, thinking about my experience, I wonder how that traumatizes her daughter. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. So, and I'm not gonna say when a baby girl comes on social media and she sees these photos if she's gonna go back into that mental state or not. You know what I'm saying? But I just wonder because I damn sure was shook the hell up, and I know I'm not the only one. There's too many people in the world. Okay, I can't be the only one that was shook the hell up by something like that. So yeah, that was really sad. I don't know. I know he had a car accident, but I wonder when I was hearing people say something about the Cybertruck, what I was thinking about is hearing that Cybertrucks have been catching on fire. So I'm wondering what was the state of his body as he was laying there in an open casket. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that I would have had my children look into that casket. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if like one you like I'm the type of mom that I want you to feel is I want you to know that how you feel matters and tell me what you want. Is this something you want to do? But then also at the same time, I guess operating from my experience, if they said they did, I probably wouldn't really want them to. Because you could say that's what you want and then you'll be scarred by that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know how my oldest son would feel because he's never been to a funeral. The ones that he went to when my granddad passed and my aunt died literally the very next day, within 24 hours or less of each other, they were both cremated. So he went to that, but he didn't see. So I don't know what his experience would be like with that. He probably would be much stronger than me. But all in all, that's the point, right? That's what I want to say is that I don't. I wonder how her daughter is going to do with processing this, right? Because it's the one process you go through with learning that this person is no longer here, especially depending upon how she told them or when they found out. And then to see the reality of it, then you got to process things all over again with that, right? So it's sad. Let's keep going. So these are pictures of her, and yeah, she has some beautiful daughters. Like they are so, so beautiful. And yeah, people feel like she shouldn't have posted these photos, but I don't know. I kind of got a little piece of a shrug of a shoulder because whether we like the photos or not, the reality is she's still grieving, right? She's still grieving. Like just like I may not like how Erica Kirk decided to show certain stuff, but that's her grieving thing, you know. At some point, I'm gonna have to shrug my shoulders and just be like, "That's on her. That's on her." So, because I'm sure it still comes when you're having to do certain things. Like even with Erica Kirk, like when you're having to do certain things with your children that they may have been used to having their father around for. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna hit. I'm sure that's gonna hurt. Like damn, never thought I'd be doing this again. More so, Masika being a single mom all over again. Now I really ain't got no choice. Right? On top of the fact that she may also be thinking about the times and things they argued about probably wasn't even that damn serious or deep. It was things that they could have got over real quick. Right? But people be thinking folks gonna be here forever, so you know, maybe mad a little longer. Yeah. Look at this baby. Just sad. So I guess these are Masika's parents that are by her side. Child, listen, would never want to go through it. So this is part of what's been going on. Okay, somebody asked who passed away. So Masika's husband and father of her daughter. Masika of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She recently lost her husband. And a lot of people have been pretty much, going in on her for the post that she made. They feel like she's been seeking attention. But even before she's made these posts, they were feeling like you're on social media too much. Right? Again, that may be how she cope with stuff, right? But I mean, I don't know. Y'all could be right too. Like, are you doing too damn much? Who knows? Okay. Um. So that's what's going on. People been dragging her, right? So when she got on social media and she pretty much told people before we get into that post, she got on social media and she told people like, don't if you don't like what I put on my page, like don't come over here and say shit to me. Like, leave me the hell alone. Matter of fact, let me read it verbatim. Right. So she says, if you have a problem with anything I post on my page involving my husband, my life, my kids, or literally anything, I invite you to go and fuck yourself and unfollow me. And it's giving heavy on the unfollow me. Right? Heavy on the unfollow me. All right. Block me, matter of fact. Block me. Matter of fact, and then go into your Instagram and then block the damn name in hopes that you probably won't see them on your timeline. Possible, but you never know. When you follow the blogs, though, it's gonna pop up. So, whatever. She says, I will not be explaining myself in any way, shape, form, or fashion to a single soul. To everyone who has supported me and my kids, I can't thank you enough. You have carried me on your backs. Please continue to check on us. Just showing up is worth more than gold. Okay. So that is what Masika had to say. And so when Masika was saying this, and people put it up on social media, how she was like grieving or whatever the case is, right? And people had so much to say. Well, this dude comes to the front who claims to be, well, he calls Champ little brother. I don't think they were actually related, but maybe they were. And if they were, it's like, dang, you was married to this man and you didn't even meet them folks. But you know what? I feel like he kind of be like that too. Okay, I feel like it'd be like that too. Cause I mean, I don't know. Maybe he didn't want you around on folks, right? But let's get into more. So this is what the guy put up on his page. So he says, Masika, you a goofy broke bum. That's what he said. Okay, 304. You ain't shed one tear about my little brother's death. Make me expose your ass for real, for real. Calm down. Did you not look at the images? Did you not see the tears streaming down her face? Did you not see that? Anyway, so Masika came and she started going in on this man. Masika started going in on this man. Shout out to the people we have in the chat. We almost got 300 people in the chat, but we don't even got 100 likes. And y'all know how I am. I love my likes, okay? It lets people know that we're live, pushes out the video. So if you guys could like it up for me, that would be so appreciative, okay? Okay, so, or appreciate it. Now, so she posts screenshots, y'all. And the guy was like, call me Masika. I'm here with the mother in Houston. This is brother. We went out together with you, 713. So I guess he gave her the number. She says, you big effing clown. You a broke bum, BIT, made fan, begging me to call you and follow you, bitch. Meanwhile, you gossiping about me in a group chat with 6 more bitches. Okay, I have to bleep myself, honey. So also in that same message, he asked her to call. She didn't call that morning. By that night, he hit her up again and said, sis, please call me tomorrow. We need to talk seriously about this tragic SHI. I miss my bro, man. He told me to tell you something if something ever happened to me. And I'm slick on Masika's side with this, okay? Well, y'all probably like, Jamie, you been on her. That's fine. I've been on her side. I'm on Masika's side, period, okay? However, like with this guy in particular, it's like you calling her a bum, you dragging her and stuff, but then now you want to sit up here and say, oh, my bro told me to tell you something, if something ever happened to him. Did he? And you know what? Another thing, when I think about this, I feel like sometimes when I feel like this type of here in my personal would be the type to try and hit on her and use this situation as a way to connect with her, because y'all got a common situation where y'all both lost somebody, right? Because y'all both lost somebody, you want to try to bond with her in hopes of probably stepping in your bro's shoes. And I just feel like you got to watch NIGGAs like that too. Okay? So that's that. Let's keep going. So then Masika says, you fake as how you begging me to hit you, but talking SHI about me on the side, right? Let's go back. Let's pause that. So this is what he sent her. Masika, can you please reach out to me? So he asking her again the next day. Masika's in a place where she just learned that her husband had died. She got to break this news to her daughters. She probably got her hair all over the damn place. Still probably slicking denial in some type of fashion, right? Trying to retain all the information that she can from the authorities or whatnot. And here you go, all in her line, hitting her up. So she not saying nothing back. Masika, sis, please, can you let me be a pallbearer? Me and bro promised each other we would carry each other to the end. Please, sis, reach out to me. Honestly, it's giving slick. She could talk to you via the DMs. Why she really got to call you on the phone? You can do whatever you need to do, really, in the DMs. In my personal, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Y'all could FaceTime. Y'all could call each other. Message on there. You ain't got to have her direct line. I'm sorry. I'm kind of with her on how she moving. Like, you are not a priority right now, sir. When I get around to planning that, I'm sure you'll be one of the people to consider. But she not in that place. I don't know. I just feel like chill out, bro. So she's sending more messages. where he said, you did good, you did a good job, sis. So I guess this is where she finally got the number and they may be exchanging numbers, I guess. Because this now looks like a iPhone message, right? And Masika, why you got over 1,200 unanswered text messages, girl? Because I feel like they're all of them messages. What's up with y'all that be hoarding messages and not answering them? I don't think I mean, maybe all of it is from her, the support from her losing. But anyway, so she says, thank you. Did you want to talk? He said, I can dig it, but you no, she said I didn't want to talk, right? Well within her right to not want to talk. She's got a lot going on right now. He says, I can dig it, but you chosen. You a leader, sis. You know how many motherfuckers look up to you seriously. This is a hard time for all of us, but you handled it well. Sis, I forgot to get a pic with you. She says, I'm crying my eyes out, but you forgot to get a fan pic. If you don't get the out of here, bitch is what she said. He said, you did good, sis, right? So this is what he was saying, sending her videos and stuff. And she's just exposing the fact that you trying to talk about me. You've been talking shit about me on the side, but you begging me to hit you up, converse with you. You over here trying to get a fanned out ass photo of me, but I'm the problem. No, sir. Okay. So then she said, she puts another message up where he was like, no cap, sis, whatever, whatever. He says, I got an army behind Champ. We just don't be in the limelight, right? And then she says, you want to fucking follow, but I'm planning a fucking funeral. Bitch, fuck you. Fanned out, nigga. Okay, she was wearing him out, okay, as she should have, because he definitely hit her up and said, follow me back on IG. And she says, I can't look at that app right now. Remind me when I see you. All right. She says, if you want to be a pallbearer, please respond with the correct spelling of your names, whatever the case is, right? So as much as people felt like Masika was online a little too much, it seemed like she did take time away from being online, right? So that she can prepare and plan this. Okay. Now she posts more stuff. He says, and you turned him into a great man / father. And I need y'all to hear this, because once we get to what he has to say, I just feel like it contradicts, right? So he says, and you turned him into a great man or father. I never seen my bro glow until y'all got together. You should be proud because you actually molded him right. I looked up to bro and I was the oldest, but he went a different clean route, and I'm forever gonna miss him, sis. Man, don't do this to me now. I'm up crying. She says, my pillows are full of tears. At least you're not alone. She says, I'm very grateful for this. Thank you. She says, I just know this would never have happened if he was with me, and I'm just so mad about it. Then she puts this up, and her caption for this says, in my phone with all the praises, but texting 6 niggas talking about me like a dog. You're a real fucking weirdo. Yeah, that is weirdo behavior to me. That is weirdo behavior to me. You sent over here messaging her doing, you did a good job. You did. This is to me, and I don't know if y'all feel the same. Please let me know. But I just feel like this the type of NIGGA that I hype your girl up just so he could try and slide in and fuck. Since you admired him so much, you probably admired the BITCHs that he had, or let me not say that. You admired the women that he had too. Right? But you over here talking about her like a dog. But that's how dudes do though. They'll do it to men, they'll do it to women. They will talk down on you and make you seem like you the worst damn person in the world to other folks. Whole time they in love with you, or whole time they trying to fuck on you. It's crazy how they be so much of the op. And they do not realize that women make the world go round. Y'all ain't learned a little piece or something from Tupac? Dang. Trifling now. Let's keep going. So she says, you text me this. Oh, you know what? I want to hop back before we get into what she had to say there. So, because let me see how many. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So then this way he posted between them, right? He said, she says, that's one thing he told me. If I need someone to step, hit you. I talked to the lawyer today. And so he says, no cap, sis. That's my line of work. I got an army behind Champ, whatever. So then that's what I need. Overstood. He tells her to follow back. He says, I can't look at the app. No, that's when she said I can't look at the app. So he reposting the same messages. So I guess he felt like she may have left something out. The thing he wanted us to see was the fact that her man told her if she ever needed somebody to step, then to hit him up. Right? So that's what I think he's trying to show. So then he says, I asked you to follow me so me and bros, he said, so me and bros could be a pallbearer. Please stop, mama. My last post about you, bomb. First of all, she didn't need to follow you if you already got her information. Y'all literally are talking, okay, on damn iPhone. Y'all are literally talking via text message. Why does she need to follow you? If you want to be a damn pallbearer, you already told her that. She knows that. Okay? Matter of fact, you told her that in the damn IG messages. So she's aware of that. She knows what you want to do. That's why she circled back and asked you via text, send me the correct names. You trying to sit up here and play this lady, call her a bomb, when a bomb is kind of giving you. And it's kind of giving you was always came from the outside because you couldn't even get in for real, for real. And now that you see social media want to sit up here and try and drag this lady for how she chooses to grieve, now you took this in my personal as an opportunity to take digs at her too. For your own ego and jealousy situations you got going on. Like I mean, for me, I can't rock with like I can't. Like you're whack. Okay, so he's posting more stuff, right? He says Cat in the Hat as poem. So I guess she gave a poem. He says ain't drop a tear and you didn't pay the stylist for that hairdo bomb. So what the stylist did, he posted a picture of Masika. Let me see, is this the one? Okay, no. It's on this page though. So I think it was, I don't think it was this one, but it was this picture though. When she was falling out, it was this photo. And so the stylist responded saying something like, this how I felt when you ain't send me my money. This how I felt when you ain't send me my money. So that's what this guy is talking about. Like you ain't pay that stylist the money, bomb. Right? I do feel like the stylist should have got paid. Go ahead and pay the stylist the money. But I don't know y'all typical thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all typical thing is you do the hair and then you send the money later and they always get the money. I don't know if he talking about an old situation or if he talking about this situation where her getting her going to get her hair done for this particular, event. Maybe the plan was to give it to him and she got overwhelmed. I don't know, but I do think if the whole point was to be paid for your job, I do think that the stylist should have got paid. Just get them their money. Right? She got it. Give them the money. Okay. Now let's keep going. And then you over here talking some Cat in the Hat ass poem. What you did? I hope you got up there and spoke. I hope you got up there and spoke. Just lame. And then this be killing me too. Y'all NIGGAs love saying how much you love brother and we gonna carry each other to the end and this, that, and the other. And you think he would want you to sit up here and disrespect his fucking girl. You didn't do it when he was alive. So why you doing this shit while he dead? If you know that's something he probably not gonna stand for. Whether they beefing or not. Whether he got issues with his lady or not, most real men are not going to want their homeboy saying to their lady. So why are you doing it now, especially knowing that she grieving, and especially at the end of the day, at the bare minimum, if that, she is the mother of his child and his only child, from my understanding. Is you cool? I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. She should have told him about the frame a little bit more. Like, but man, maybe she did, and we'll get into it. So then, this is what he's saying.
But I think that'll be, you know what I mean, just so we ain't got no misunderstandings. Hold on, hold up, guy, hold on.
Bro was literally on the phone with lawyers trying to get rid of you, bomb, right? And that could be the case that that's what he was doing. But if you felt like she was so much of a bum and he was on the phone with lawyers trying to get rid of her, why are you over here in her messages talking about how well she did for brother? You turned him into a great man and a great father. I ain't never seen him glow until he was with you. You did all of this hyping up like she said, but then now you want to get your whole ass over here. We don't even know what that man talking about on the phone because it was a small snippet, right? And you want to say he was literally on the phone trying to get rid of you. And let me tell you another thing. The fact that you would even record this at that time, the fact that you would record this at that time when this man was alive and he was going through his stuff, it gives to me that you was enjoying his misery. It's giving to me that you was one of them hang ass. I'm sorry. You was just a hang ass nigga to me. A good friend, supposedly, but a hang ass nigga at the same time. Did you even recording some shit like that? My homegirl, why would I be recording my homegirl sitting next to me? Cause she talking to her attorney about divorcing her husband. I ain't got shit to do with that. Why would I even record that and put that on blast? Even if we were to fall out, like why would I do that to her? Why would I do that? Even if I hated their relationship together and she was the past or something like that, and then why would I do that? It's really giving fuck you, nigga. I don't like you. I'll never like you. But call me if them kids need something though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for the kids. I don't give a fuck about you. If it ain't about the kids, hey, matter of fact, get on my number. Do I have to talk to you? But they could call auntie. They could call me. What you need, baby? Because I don't fuck with you. And I'm not going to say anything to you online. I don't have to say nothing. You'll get your just due. If I think that you're that much of a bum or a whack guy, like, you're an agent of chaos in my personal. And ain't no telling what other things you would say to this man to get in his head to further divide the relationship that they had. Because you ain't got shit going on. Things that I pray that my sons have discernment to know who is for you and who the fuck is not. Okay? And go ahead and jump ship real quick. You know how you can walk into a room, and we talked about this the other day, you could get a vibe off a person. I want them to be able to get that same vibe, like, this ain't it. Let me go ahead and go. Okay? Like, nah, don't get same way we tell women, don't let a man tell you more than one time he don't want you. Listen, when somebody give you a vibe, same way, same thing. Don't let them come around you making you feel uncomfortable too many times. You understand? You feeling that for a reason. God does not give you feelings for no reason. You have feelings for a reason. Okay? Your goal is to listen and take heed to that. But this type of, tapped out. Okay, so he's posting stuff. Stop playing like, who is you? Whatever. Then he tried to say she had folks calling the phone trying to threaten him and all this and that.
Never question God, but I'm like that.
So he's sitting down at Champ's graveside. He says, I'm gonna let you rest, little bro, but some SHI I can't take, and that's a motherfucker playing with your name in vain. I can't let that fly. Sir, if anybody played with his name, and it's no disrespect, it was him, because he married her and gave it to her. Is you cool? Is you cool? You just relax, sir. You need to relax. Okay? So then this is where he said she got out of towners calling, threatening me. Say you know who little bro called when it was smoke, right? I dare one of your NIGGAs to come to my city playing with me behind this hoe, is what he's saying. Just very weird. Very weird. Very weird. So before we even go into that, this is where Masika starts going in, right? Even more. So she says, you text me this morning, BITCH. She says, was that before or after you text that group chat like a fucking clown? I put you in your BITCH place. Now you a bum ass. Okay? She says, now you're bum ass clout chasing, trying to catch a blog. So then this is what he said in the group chat. Baby, and she had that phone, honey. Now, Masika, you must have hacked into that husband phone. And let me tell you, BIT, I don't fault you. That's your husband. Hack into that phone. He gone. Hack into that phone. Because I'm trying to understand where these Asian symbols come from, where these words come from. I don't know if that's Chinese, Vietnamese, or Japanese, and it's no disrespect because I truly don't know. But I would think it would say in English the date and time of the response, so you done hacked into this phone. But I'm not gonna hold that against you, right? So then he says in the group chat, that hoe is a flunky, bro. For real, for real. She fake as fuck. See how he talking about her? See how he talking about her? But she about already knew it. She just needed that proof. So then she says, Kenneth, you're fake as fuck. I love it. I bet you they was over there shook the hell up like, wait a minute. Who? This ain't Champ. Champ texting? What's going on? Oh, that's her ass. Yeah, be spooked. Be spooked. You disgust me. She says you should cut your fucking hands off for having the audacity to carry my husband to his grave. Ooh. And Masika, I wish you saw this before, because the way there wouldn't have been no Paul barriers, and only did that to be performative as hell. That lady said, you should cut your fucking hands off for having the audacity to carry my husband to his grave. Woo! Baby, you and the rest of your bitch ass niggas sitting up she says, and going my husband's phone talking about me like a dog, meanwhile smiling in my face begging for a pic and follow like a fucking fan. My husband's funeral that I planned every single detail for by my fucking self, costing $47,000. You stupid bitch made bum ass nigga. You didn't contribute a dime nor detail. You and your weird ass girlfriend sat on my couch at the Airbnb I paid for next to my kid, and my mom drank my liquor and smiled in my face. Ooh, you better, Masika, you better wear him down. Do you hear me? You better wear him down. Okay? She says, wow, we're grieving. She says, you're a snake. Don't ever in your fucking life call me again. And don't you dare visit my husband's grave again. And that is why he posted a picture of him sitting next to her husband's grave. That's some shady shit. And Masika, you're going to have to let that ride because you can't control who can go to and not go to the gravesite. Okay? In all honesty, you probably should have put him in one of them walls. You know how they, I don't know what they call them, where you could put the casket in the wall. It really would have been one of them for me. And my husband probably would have been standing up so damn high you bitches couldn't touch him. Fuck is you talking about? Okay? Or you could have cremated him if you wanted to, and then he would have been with you the whole time. Right? But it's whack. I love how she chewed him up. You should cut your hands off for having the audacity to carry my husband to his grave. I know that's right. You didn't even put in on this. But you could come up here and sit in my face and hee ha ha and drink that lady liquor and all off. Oh. Girl, I like when Masika get in her. I'm finna go off on your ass bad. Because let me tell you, between Masika and K Michelle, baby, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like they have given the most, I don't want to say iconic, but they have been the most, they just have the best reads out of, in my personal, the Love and Hip Hop franchise. Okay? And y'all wonder why I love Love and Hip Hop Hollywood so much. Like the girls, I love when K Michelle kind of diddy bop. Now K Michelle did her best though over on Atlanta. But the way that she ate Rockstar up over there in Hollywood, chef's kiss. All right. So these are more messages where she said Kari just had a really panic attack. See, I believe it. My parents are in here helping, but what the I'm gonna do when we go home? He says, damn sis, I'm gonna have to start flying there and being in my niece's life. This is making me cry. Man, fuck. One crying about shit. And you mad that lady saw through you because your whole goal in my personal was to get in that lady's sheets. You was going to try to bond with that woman off of the loss of her fucking man, your lifelong friend, potential relative. Yeah, that's what you was on. And when you saw that she saw through your ass and wasn't finna let you get far, then you decided to go on social media and try to drag her, but the dragging not really working. You a whack ass nigga. Puss ass nigga, high key. That's crazy to me. And then to do this knowing that she grieving, you ain't gotta like how that lady grieve. You ain't gotta like it. Nobody does, but that's how she does her thing. So what? And you use this opportunity like everybody else to try to drag in on her because she ate your ass up and embarrassed you in front of your homeboys. Yeah. Whack ass child. And Shane, you know, I ain't gonna say he gone now, but I wish her husband would have saw you for your works before he expired. High key. Let's keep going. She said, I never felt pain like this before. There's no word for it. Pain doesn't come close to this. So he said, Kari and Amari need you. This not going to be easy. Some days will be worse than others. Masika, God, don't make mistakes. You told me that. Hold your head up, chest out. She says, I keep telling myself that, but it's easier to say than it is to believe we needed him. Exactly. I figured that. And I feel like if people go through the messages, and this is her having an honest, raw conversation with this man before everything blew up, then y'all would see that she may not be grieving how you want it, or she putting it on social media for people to consume, or whatever the case is. But the lady still is grieving at the end of the day. So she says, calling my husband your brother. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't tripping, because I'm like, I don't even think that's his brother. Right? I don't even think that's his brother. So she says, calling my brother your brother, and I'm all the sissies in the world, but you a whole snake. You're a big fan. Didn't plan a single detail or contribute a dime to any. She says, any goddamn thing telling niggas you planning the funeral. Should you let me know about the funeral? I planned that according to you and only you was free. Didn't even bring my kids a fucking toy. I'm disgusted. I let you and your bitch ass snake ass loser carry my husband. Now leave me the fuck alone and let my husband rest. Okay, so she ate down on that. Once again, collect him together. And can we collect more likes, please? Let's get up to 200. Somebody asked what happened. So, real quick recap. Masika Kalysha, formerly of Loving Hip Hop Hollywood, lost her husband in a car accident at the end of October, right? She recently had his burial, his funeral and everything. And when she posted images of her and her family at the funeral grieving and things, a lot of people had things to say. They didn't think that this was grieving. They felt like it was more of her being performative. And they were really dissecting her grieving process as social media does. Well, her husband's friend, associate, or whatever, decided to use this as an opportunity to comfort Masika by getting on his page and calling her out, calling her a bum and all this and that. Okay. And so she's responding to him. And you could tell that he really did all of this because once she got into her husband's phone, she saw messages of him talking shit about her. And I'm talking cash money shit about this woman. And she clapped back at him and exposed him and dogged him out, right, for the liar that he is. So that's why he used, and keep in mind, Masika was never going to air it out or say anything until he used this as an opportunity to drag her publicly so he can make a blog. And that is why she's now exposing all of the messages and him for being the snake that he really is. All right. Let's get into more. So she says, so he says, "Say man on some real SHI, bro. Let's go back. Sorry. When I go to this funeral, I'm gonna expose her. So y'all be ready to fight if them security niggas run up on me. That's illegal, bro. Say man, F this SHI for real, for real." Right? So this is what he's saying he gonna do at the funeral. Like, this is so weird, but the whole time you on her line. Telling this lady, you on her line. On this lady line, telling her the complete opposite. Then he says, "I'm not going to the funeral, bro. I'm just gonna view the body." So then I guess it's the same person saying, shaking my head, "I know me, I don't too much time," or something. I don't do too much time to go back, or I don't have too much time to go back because I want to spit in her face and pinch her. So I'ma steer clear. And y'all are a bunch of bitch ass niggas, which is crazy to me. Cause at the end of the day, he chose her. He chose her. That's who he chose to be with. So then says, "Nah, D, I need you there. I'ma expose this SHI brother. I'm not feeling it. Either me." And Wiley said we wasn't going, but I gotta be the voice. All right. Then somebody else is saying something. So she just says, "You gonna spit on me? You need security at the funeral to hold you back? Really? Because the way you was all up in my face smiling and giving me hugs and praises, I thought you was about to pick me up. Big fan. You gonna expose me for what? For being a real fucking wife, something you bitch made niggas will never have. How you blowing up my phone every day, hoe ass snake, but talking like this about me while you really kissing my ass in real life? Baby, come on, Masika. Eat them up, girl. Just please continue to tear them up. Thank you." That lady said, "I'm grieving, but I'ma always have time to get on your neck and be for real about that." She says, "Trying to get clout and attention off my pain is just sick and demoralizing. She says, "Making up weird ass lies attached to my husband's death so you can catch a blog is as low as you can get. You're fucking bottom feeders, and that's all you will ever be. Now leave me the fuck alone," disrespectfully. It's giving bottom feeders for sure. For sure. She says, "And to be clear, this big fan, Kenneth Norris, is no relation to my husband, calling him brother and me sis, but he's a big snake. This bum ass nigga literally told me that Jay told me to tell you something if something ever happened to him. Then proceeded to ask me for pics and follows and smile in my face." She says the nigga got a big crush on. Exactly what I was thinking. The man got a big crush on her. Snake as disloyal bum as clown, clout chasing off my husband's death. This is the most attention this broke ass bum ever got in his miserable ass life. How are you jealous of your brother, Snake? I know that's right. I'm glad I clocked all of this from the very beginning. Okay. So she says, I have to say thank you to the amazing support system, to the friends and family who have pulled up on me, flew in, wiped my tears, and made dinner for my babies, ordered food, stayed up with me, cried with me, cleaned my dishes, sent me housekeeping, prayed with me, held my babies, did my hair, did my baby's hair, helped me off the ground, let me yell, scream, cry. She says, I cannot thank you enough. To the complete strangers who have been here with me, sending your love and support and prayers, I thank you. You don't know how much I needed you. Whew. She shows more. She shows more. And do you know about the club he was buying down here? You need to get that money back also. The green room, he invested 35K into that. She said, yeah, he told me, and that bum ass nigga called me begging me to keep the money. Nah, sis, fuck him. That's why he had the goons ready to suit up about that money. So let me know you do have backup. She says, are you sure it was 35K? Because the contract says it was 12.5. She says, I tried to get you to step on who you informant. You actually mentioned this nigga on IG, but you the one who told me about him, clown. Yikes. So now she posts images of him. So they were just together a few weeks earlier having dinner, and I believe he had this on his page as well. And you see, this is why I feel like you can't be getting involved with what your friends got going on in my personal, because he was on the phone. Ain't no telling how long ago that was. He was just on the phone supposedly trying to get rid of you, but then now he over here doing family time with her. Was just with her not too long ago, and then shortly after passed away. Yikes. You don't be knowing what they got going on. Just talking. They had a really cute family. Really cute. Daughter is so gorgeous, so beautiful. This is what I guess he posted about her, and she screenshotted it, I guess, a while ago and posted it, where her husband said, she took a nigga with some money and gave him purpose and vision, but the hustle is 2 times stronger. Of course, because they had their child, right? Oh wow, they were cute. They were so cute. Oh, looks like it was her daughter's birthday or something. So cute. And now I bet you all the arguments they may have had, disagreements or whatever, just, that's when it really hits you how unimportant those things were. That had a beautiful, that little girl. So, oh, she's gorgeous. Um, So this is what he says about Masika, the brother. So you hacked my little brother phone and joined our group messages and sent us the drama. Now you trying to play victim, but should I show him how you tried to make me set up Gerald Green, ex Houston Rockets, for some money you thought he owed my little brother? You a funny person. So this is what Masika's talking about, right? Where she said how I'm trying to get you to set up somebody or be an informant for something when you the one that gave me the information. You told me that I need to get the money back from the green room, and he invested 35,000. That's what you told me. So who trying to set up who? Girl, that man was trying to run a play. He says, then you went to Johnny Dang trying to roach them people out some money for some jewelry. You a bomb. The only bomb is given is you. Y'all keep coming at me, but this girl jumped in my text messages going off on us over what? Over you being a fake ass. I don't know how you do not see that. Okay? And then now he want to say this. I apologize to my nieces for the content. I'm done with it. What nieces? Because I know you're not talking about Masika's kids. That's crazy. Must be talking about somebody else. Child, a hot ass mess. A hot one. Do you hear me? Whew, girl, I ain't know it was gonna take that long, almost an hour, to get into what's going on with Masika and that family over there. Okay, she had every right to snap on him, but I do hate it for her to be in this moment of grieving and had to step out of that to get you together. The lack of consideration, girl, that man never liked you. Well, I'm gonna say this: he never liked you with his brother. Now, if he could have bagged you and pulled you and you elevated him like that, it would be a different story, wouldn't it? But that's what he was trying to do. So when she said he had a crush on her or whatever, I believe it, because that's everything that it was given. Let me try to connect on her and bond, connect with her and bond with her over the fact that she just lost somebody. So she's extremely vulnerable right now. Maybe that's a snake ass nigga, and he was a snake when your man was here. But it is what it is. All right. Still sending love and support over Masika's way to her and her children. It's a lot that's going on. It's gonna be a lot that's gonna be going on for the next few months, I'm sure. All right. So y'all can share y'all thoughts on that matter. Okay. Now, what I want us to get into is more Kandi Burruss news. Okay. More Kandi Burruss and Todd news. And I feel like I just think it's gonna be more stuff rolling out like every week, probably, ever since she filed this. Okay. So I'm reading from The Girls Are Fighting over on the Twitter, right? And I believe their source, from my understanding, is straight from the A. I have not went to go pull up the court records or whatnot. But this information does appear to have come from the court records. But I'll probably go and see. We'll see if I pull them up. But all in all, some part of me was like, I don't know if I want to dive that deep sometimes. Okay, but I might, depending on my mood. Ooh, hold on. Is my package coming? Oh, that's quick. Okay. I thought it was going to be here next week. That's awesome. Now, Kandi. So they're saying that Kandi Burruss requests prenup enforcement, joint custody, and child support in divorce filing. I feel like, I don't know why I thought this, y'all, but I be thinking people that get joint custody, especially when men ask for it, that's their way of trying to opt out of child support. So I'm wondering if she's going to get that, if this is indeed what she filed for. Because I feel like that's the move that Scrappy pulled on Bambi. Remember that? Like, Scrappy didn't want to pay child support, so he made sure that, hey, out of 2 weeks of the month, I could get the kids. And so if we really split time with the children, I don't have to give you anything because I'm giving up half of what they need for that month, just like you are. And I'd rather do that than to give you money for the children. So I don't know. This is going to be real interesting. Right? They're saying Kandi has officially filed for a divorce in Fulton County, Georgia. According to the court documents, she and her husband married in April of 2014 and separated in July of 2025. So let me see some real quick. Let me see some. I just want to check. Interesting. So they separated July 15th of 2025, but I thought that they just celebrated Todd's birthday in August when they went on that trip with Fatum. And I think in September, people tried to put a rumor out and say, one, they tried to say that Todd was cheating with Fatum. I don't know that to be true. That's just what the people were trying to say. Then I saw stories where they were like, oh, Todd and Kandi got a girlfriend, Fatum. And I'm like, I know Kandi and Fatum are like really cool, but I don't know that part of their life to know if there's anything like that going on. But because people only saw those three in videos together, they assumed that something was going on. But I mean, maybe it was a situation that Fatum was supposed to be inviting somebody and that person couldn't go at the last minute. And she was like, well, hell, I'm still going. I put in on this. I'm still going on my trip. It could have been that, right? It probably didn't have anything to do with no sexual relations between either of them. But it does appear that even after the separation happened in July, Kandi still went on to celebrate Todd's birthday. And that likely was her trying to, make it work in some fashion. Because sometimes, people are able to go on a trip, rekindle, reconnect with each other and stuff. So maybe she was using that for that moment. Very, very possible, right? And then saw that ain't nothing changing. And at this point, I'm just damn tired. Because she did say it's been going on for a minute. So, hey. Right? So she says that they have been living apart since that date, since July 15th. The filing confirms that Kandi and her husband have 2 minor children, of course. Kandi is requesting joint physical and legal custody, stating that she believes this arrangement is in the best interest of their children. I've said that before, too. I know, like, some people like to stay in it for the kids, but if it's not a healthy relationship, are you really helping the children, or are you possibly damaging them more? So there's that, because they probably could get healthy parents out of a co-parenting situation versus the parents being married to each other, right? They also go on to say that means she wants both parents to share decision-making responsibilities, legal custody, and time with the children, physical custody as well. Now, the divorce petition also references the couple's prenuptial agreement, and Kandi asked the courts to enforce its terms. The documents note that both parties have accumulated debts during the marriage, which would be addressed in the lineup of the prenup, right? Regarding child support, the file, and you know what? Let me go back to that part too, because it makes me question, what are the debts? Like, we do know that they had an issue with, I guess, the landlord with Blaze, but I don't know if Kandi was fully attached to that, or I don't know if Kandi was attached to that or if it was just Todd's business. I'm not sure, because I thought Kandi came out and said that she wasn't. But then also, I think they've had some other businesses with OLG to close down. So as I'm looking at like the business aspect, I don't know, some part of me is like, it might be best to separate, especially when it comes to the business. So your debts ain't heavily sent up here affecting my damn debts. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. And then you stressing me out on top of that. Try to give me my free. Right. So somebody asked about Fatum. Fatum was on, I think, the last season that Kandi was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Fatum was on that episode, on one of those episodes, right? I don't know who friend she came in as. I don't know if it was Kenya's friend or who she came in as a friend of somebody, but basically she had this issue with Drew. If you go back and pull up Kenya Moore's birthday party that she did for her daughter, the last season that Kandi was on, Fatum, I believe, came to that, and she had this whole issue with Drew or whatever the case is. So yeah. But anywho, they're saying regarding child support, the filing specifies that obligations for the children will be determined by the court under Georgia's child support guidelines, leaving the final financial agreements to the legal process. The petition cites that the marriage is broken, irretrievably broken, providing the legal grounds for divorce under Georgia law. So Kandi has officially filed, as she's already told us, and they are saying that she's seeking joint physical and legal custody, child support from him, and a prenup enforcement. So I think Todd gonna try to fight that child support. Fatum is spelled Fatum, like Channing Tatum's last name, Tatum, but it's with the F. But I think he gonna fight that, especially if it's joint custody and they both share physical time with each other. Yeah, and I wonder if he's gonna try to. I don't know. I remember Todd saying, like, I don't want none of your money. Remember when it came down to filing, to signing that prenup? He was like, I don't want none of your fucking money. Right? I don't know. Maybe the judge will enforce it to where you leave with what you came in with, she leave with what she came in with, and let's just divide these debts or something. But I don't think he's going to want to take on child support. I think he's going to probably try and give some pushback to that. That's her name, Fatum. That's how she said it. But yeah, I hope it doesn't get ugly though. I do hope that. I hope that it does not get ugly. I hope that he doesn't try to claim like any property or anything like that. I don't know. Kandi probably got her property in some type of trust or something to the point where he don't have access to that. She probably wrapped that up before she even married him. But I just hope it's not like an ugly divorce. I hope that they could sever ties smoothly. I hope it doesn't take long for them to do that and figure stuff out. And they may be the best of friends after all of this. Once she's healed and stuff and he's good, they may just be good friends. Because, Kandi seems to be able to be real cool with her exes. Right? And then they got these children together, so they're going to have to still co-parent. So I can see them still being cool after the fact. But just hopefully it doesn't get ugly with this divorce and stuff. And they just sever ties, you know what I'm saying? And just move on. And let Kandi live her best life. You feel what I'm saying? So best of luck to them. Todd over here working on some other productions and stuff. So he's keeping his money rolling in some way. I think he probably got like a movie coming out. I think he has like I don't know, I guess like a comedy theater. Because I saw something that said T. Tucker's Comedy Lounge or something like that. Laughing Lounge. I think it was Comedy Lounge. So he may have opened up a new spot, where people can come and do their little, I don't want to say they live, but can come and do their comedy stuff, which I think is kind of dope. Because I don't know if we got many places like for people that's trying to be like up and coming comedians. I don't know if do we have a Laugh Factory here? I thought Laugh Factory was like out there in LA or something, but I don't know if we have a lot of those places where people could come and like start their comedic journey or whatever. But anywho, it may work out for them. Either way, good luck. All right. Best of luck to them as they figure out their situation. Y'all, shout out to the people in the chat. If we could get to 300 likes, let us do it. Thank you. Can we tap on Monique Samuels for a little bit? Y'all know that I have kind of turned over a new leaf with Monique because I've been one of the people that's pretty much like in the past where I couldn't stand Monique for real. Like I didn't like the situation with Candace, because I just felt like a lot of people looked at the fight and I didn't look at just that. I looked at everything, right? Where it's like the bigger issue, like it's not even with that person, right? It's kind of to me, I feel like it was a situation to me, my opinion, because y'all love to look, girl, I'm talking about me. When I look at Angel, see how Angel is avoiding her issue. Like Giselle was the one that did it, but you focusing your energy on Wendy. I can't. When that much had it, I can't. Right. So similar to that, right? Over time, I've been like, okay, Monique, okay, cool. Cause I feel I watched her interviews and stuff, and to me it did seem like she was learning a lot of things about herself that I could appreciate because like Giselle, I felt the same way as Giselle. I was pinpointing some of that stuff and it took her to go to Love and Marriage DC for her to kind of learn and see some things that, I and maybe some other people were already seeing, about the whole perfect Patty image and all of this and that, right? And so I was, and then also I'm one of those people where I feel like you got to give people the space to grow. You got to give people the space to do that. Yeah, all of us are going to make decisions that we may not like. Okay. I didn't like, even if you're not fighting, it's just how you handle a situation that you may not be very proud of, and you would want people to give you that same grace to allow you the space to grow. And I'm like, I'm gonna give Monique that. Okay. I'm gonna give Monique that. She's coming back to the show. Let's see how this does. Whoop de whoop. I'm thinking when I saw this video, I'm thinking that this is like a new guy that she's probably like rocking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, she done got somebody. Okay, all right, should I move on? I can see him being more like her type versus Chris. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even read the caption when I first showed it to y'all. And I saw in the comments where y'all was saying this man was married. And it appears to me that he still is. And I just had to go and just like go on pages and look and stuff, right? He still follows his wife, vice versa. She put a post up on her page. Let me see if I could get to that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I could get to that post real quick where the wife put a post up on her page and it had, was this the one? Let me see. It was just like a picture of him on the thumbnail. And I'm like, a woman that's probably, I mean, granted, it could be the case where it's like, okay, if they are good friends, maybe she would put them on her page. But it's this particular photo here that I'm not going to click on. But it's in this second row you see here that I'm hovering over where it's a picture of her with her husband and the children. Now I'm going to click on it to get the date. And this was on November 12th. Right? So it appears to me that these two are still married, right? And we'll get into more. So yesterday, somebody tagged me, shout out to Natia, tagged me on this post with Giorgio Says. And I'm just really shook because I'm like, Monique, this does not look good. This does not look good. And I kind of want her to like address it and dead it a little bit. But I feel like she might be in a space of if I don't say anything, it'll die down. But I'm like, girl, they gonna probably bring this to the show next year. I guarantee you that good Judy Ashley might do it. Or Kay, since Kay is getting comfortable bringing stuff to the front and want to hoop and damn holler, Kay, Are you gonna be the one, since you wanna don't put your hands on me. I'm just asking you a question. The same way you was yelling in Stacy's face about Monique, and I'll never have you around my husband, and I'll and they're trying to co-parent and this, that, and the other. Are you gonna be yelling in Monique's face about being around this man that was married? Let him lick on her neck? Are you gonna be in her face like you was with Stacy? I got a feeling you're not, but I'm just asking a question. Don't put your hands on me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But let's get back to Giorgio. All right. Hold on. Let me see what they said. That's what I think, newbie me. I hope I said it right. I was wondering that too. I was thinking that he probably was telling her that they were going through a divorce, and or at least he was separated from his wife. And let me tell you why. Because when I went through photos of his in the past, he don't ever really wear his ring. He don't really wear his ring at all. So it's very possible that he could have been telling Monique that we separated, and her being separated too, going through a divorce, she could have been thinking like, oh, okay, cool. And when she found out, she could have flipped. Like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. But that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking too. Face card is crazy. Face card is definitely crazy. I will say. But let's get into it. Let's get into this, right? This is what Giorgio had to say.
For the purpose of this video, everything that is mentioned is alleged.
Extremely alleged. Everything mentioned in this video is extremely alleged.
Or based on public information. So in case you missed it yesterday, the Neighborhood Talk posted.
I love that. Or based on public information. True.
What they identified as Monique with her former co-host Jason Weems in a video together.
I have to pause, y'all. I'm gonna rewind it and I'm gonna shut up so y'all can hear it. But before that, I want to get to this one question. So the wife don't know they're separated. You know, I'm wondering because wife still had a ring on the whole time, but he don't really wear his. And you know, some wives don't really wear their ring either. You know, it don't mean that a person out here cheating if they don't wear their ring. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular situation with him, what? Huh? What's going on? Let's keep going.
For the purpose of this video, everything that is mentioned is alleged or based on public information. So in case you missed it yesterday, the Neighborhood Talk posted what they identified as Monique with her former co-host Jason Weems in a video together. And in the comment section of the Neighborhood Talk post, commenters were speculating all kinds of things in the comment section about the situation. But back in January of 2025, January 8th to be exact, I was sent the same video privately and decided I would post a blind item about it. And in a now archived post, I made a blind item that did not give any specific details, very, very broad. And the next day on January 10th, I received this message from D. Carter saying you're messy as and I hope you get slapped with a lawsuit. The message was in response to the blind item, but no photo or video was posted.
So D. Carter, from my understanding, also worked at the radio station with them. So I don't think she saw any signs or saw anything and felt like it was a lie. You know? I mean, maybe him and the wife broke up for a little piece of time.
And at the same time of receiving that video, I was also sent a screenshot that is showing what appears to be metadata claiming this video was filmed May 23rd of 2023 at 1:10 p.m. So from my perspective, I'm only clarifying the timeline in which I have based on what was sent to me. But you guys can let me know what you think down below. For the purpose of this video, everything that
the metadata being May of 2023 is so disrespectful. And I'm wondering who sent this. Is my personal. Like, I might have to ask Georgie, like, listen, who sent that? He probably not gonna tell me. Right? Because I'm like, did the husband send this? Like, how did it? I refuse to believe Monique would do this to herself. Right? So how do we know that data is true? But what I can say is Let me go back to something he said real quick.
Up with a lawsuit. The message was in response. In the comment section of the Neighborhood Talk post, commenters were speculating all kinds of things in the comment section about the situation. But back in January of 2025, January 8th to be exact, I was sent the same video privately and decided I would post a blind item about it. And in a now archived post, I made a blind item that did not give any specific details. Very, very broad. And the next day on January 10th, I received this message from D. Carter saying you're messiest and I hope you get slapped with a lawsuit. The message was in response to the blind item, but no photo or video was posted. And at the same time of receiving that video, I was also sent a screenshot that is showing what appears to be metadata claiming this.
I need to know whoever sent this, how did they get this? And how do we know for sure that that is the time frame? May 23rd. And the reason why I just feel like this is extremely, whoever sent it was messy as hell for sending that is because, let me show y'all this. It's really because Monique filed for a divorce in, what was it? July of 2023. And I just feel like that's crazy. Now, granted, remember they did go on in, I think it was 2022. Or was it, hold on, let me go back. Okay, so no, it was in June. It was in June of 2023 when she filed for the divorce. This person is trying to say that the metadata was from May of 2023, but also they could have been legally separated. I don't know about this guy, but in Monique's case, I believe she was separated because don't you have to be like separated for like a year or so before you can actually file, which is what Ashley Darby was talking about with Michael Darby. And remember, Monique was living in a separate household than Chris, right? And that's when people started speculating their separation. And Monique came and her and Chris together pretty much debunked it. Right. And they were calling out People magazine for the different allegations and stuff that they've been putting out. She felt like they were being spiteful the whole time. It seemed like they was being truthful. They were being for real. Because months after that, she did file for an official divorce. And in order to do that, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, you have to be legally separated first. So, right. So y'all correct me, okay? Because that's what I thought Ashley Darby said. But maybe they all live in different spaces or something like that. Maybe it don't qualify for everybody. But y'all folks that live out there, she like just correct that for me. So I just feel like that's a little messy. Okay. If she was, I'm going to say she was separated. Okay. And because she was separated, she probably started dating. Even though that's kind of risky too, because when you date somebody that's separated, they always go back to their spouse, right? Okay. I don't know if this man was separated or not. Clearly, they are still married because she put this post up. This was like last year when this post went up, where in August, where she says it was an honor to share the new airwaves with my hilarious husband. I don't think these folks was ever divorced. I'm sorry, separated. I think they were always locked in, and I also think that he's a person that doesn't often wear his rings or his ring, and she just let him rock out and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's crazy. But let me see something real quick. Child. Yeah, that's messy as hell because in April of 2023, happy birthday to my wife. So he was not separated at that time. My best friend for 25 years. Shit, I don't think it's AI no more, Mo Walker. I wanted to believe it was AI, but this is not AI. It's giving I did it is what it appears to be. And then in 2024, he was like, my wife wrote a good ass book. Like I think these people still going strong. These people are still going strong. Okay. So, yeah. Um, I think there was one more thing. Let me double check real quick, y'all. That's crazy. Let me see. Cause I believe she made like another post. I'm not sure where it is, where she was kind of highlighting her husband and saying that she wouldn't be able to do something if it wasn't for her, her husband and stuff. So she was highlighting him, and I'm trying to see if I see it. Okay. All right. I don't see it. I saw it last night, but I'm not. I didn't save it like I thought I saved it. So yeah, these folks seem to be all locked in. Okay, so it's just not a good look. But I mean, until she speaks out, then we'll know more details. Um, and maybe she had a different understanding of what was going on than what was really happening. Maybe he told her something different, possibly. Okay, I know that there were rumors as to why she ended up leaving that radio show. And people rumored that she left the show because of the situation with that guy. Because I don't know how long it went on, but according to her, she wanted to be able to be more available to her children, right? And so she and you can find that video on her page where she did like a full goodbye to the radio station, and she was trying to embrace the next chapter of her life, right? And being available to her children a bit more. So that's what's going on. Like, girl, it's crazy. It's terrible. It's terrible. And then you got Karen Huger over here. I hope she undid it. Karen or Cookie, which I don't know who it was, but I don't know. It looked like that she may have taken it down. Let me see. No, she didn't take it down, but I do have it over here on Twitter. So Karen ended up reposting, and y'all, I don't know. Karen may not know what she doing though. You know what I'm saying? Karen reposted this about Monique and this boo. But let's say Karen did repost it, right? Maybe she didn't have the backstory. Oh, well, shit, let me not, because Cookie swears she know all the information. So if Cookie got all the information, then Karen got all the information too. Well, maybe she don't know the details about that. Unfortunately, I do believe that they put it all in the caption. So I don't know. Maybe Karen just did it by accident. Cause you know how you be trying to swipe and you gonna mess around and hit the repost button, even though you ain't trying to really hit it, but you know what I'm saying? You swipe it so fast or whatever, you hit the repost, you gotta go back and unrepost something. So it very well could have been that right there. And if not, and it was done intentionally, I see beef brewing for next season. And I'm hoping it was not done intentionally. You know? Because the girls could be beefing. So that's what's going on with Miss Monique, honey. It's crazy. But y'all know Karen, her life has been discombobulated. She just got out. Karen just got out. All right. And with her just getting out, I think they gave us the repost option before Karen got out of jail. So Karen may not fully understand what that repost button is about. Maybe Karen is thinking the repost button is a save button for her to come back and look at. Maybe she think it's an alternative save versus the save button itself. You know what I'm saying? So, and I would hate that because it's like, Karen, you be ready to go with everybody that be like, they rock with you. Like, you know, like Dr. Wendy, I feel, was being kind towards your situation when Ashley and Giselle was trying to take you down through there that season, and you didn't even thank Wendy. Monique said she reached out to you, checked on you, make sure you're good, whatever the case is, because she ain't talking to Cookie to get no updates. So that would be crazy if she came back and started, you know. Oh, well, child, let me keep going, honey, because these folks, it's a lot going on in the world, ain't it? The people is cutting up out here. But yeah, I believe these people are still very well locked in with 3 children. Just to say it. Next up, I want us to get into these individuals here. Okay. Child, this is messy. So these 3 ladies here are connected to a hair salon called Mama Gifted Hands out in Birmingham, Alabama, right? And I saw this post going around for some time, and basically it was a post of a young lady being drugged, right? She was being drugged for I guess not paying all her money that she was supposed to have paid, even though she sent something. She was being like, they was dragging the girl, right? So this was she made a post of. So let's hop over here. So she says, so Friday I get off and head to Mama Gifted Hands to have my hair braided. She told me it would be $200 for medium, boho, knotless, and to bring cash. I do all of this. After receiving services, I paid them $200 in cash as agreed, and all hell broke loose. I was locked in and told I could not leave until I paid an additional $30 to $60 for the human hair they chose to use without my consent. When I forced my way out of the door, I was pulled by my hair, and you got braids, and you just got these fresh braids done, and you being snatched by your hair pulled back in. Ow. Furniture would have had to be moved. Okay. Let's keep going. So she says, when I forced my way out the door, I was pulled by my hair by 3 women and forced back inside. My real hair was even pulled out. The way y'all finna have this lawsuit, I was threatened and assaulted after I paid the price we agreed on. The owner called her brothers and another female to the salon to God knows what to me. Okay, to do God knows what to me. And then the police arrived. After reviewing my messages and her surveillance, the officer told the owner and that they assaulted me, and that they could not make me pay extra after agreeing to $200. I tried my best to get them out of my head, but I was outnumbered and locked in their establishment. I recorded for my safety until the police arrived. Smart girl. I am fresh out of a case, and I am not trying to jump into another one. I know that's right, but I will handle this the legal way. Thanks to everyone who shared what happened. The devil been coming at me full force, but God got his hands on me. God bless you all, and thank you all for sharing, right? So this is her when she first gets in. And so she just, filming a few things. Okay. They doing their thing.
Yeah, record us.
Let my hair go.
I'm not leaving.
Let it go.
I'm not leaving. You gotta pay me.
I got the message. I done paid you exactly what you asked for. Let my hair go.
I don't care.
Girl,
let my hair go.
Crazy. That girl said, I don't care. I don't care.
I'm gonna do a live. Go ahead.
Let my hair go.
I'll do the same to you. I'm not leaving.
That girl said, I'll do the same. I'm not leaving. Ooh.
And leave. Or if you don't want to pay for the human hair, we're gonna cut the human hair off. You understand what I'm saying? Because the human hair is $30 a bundle. I can forgive the 50. because that's what I walked. You know, that's what I thought she was like regular analysis. Now the boho, this is the boho. Now that's what I thought because I received, like I said, I received a lot of text message a day. That's what I thought. I said, okay, if you are, yeah, record me. I know. I said, if you want, if you give the.
How much for this medium boho knowledge? Starting $200 and up. It depends on the length you want. What's the price for mid back and butt length? $200. Okay, when are you available? Today. I get off at 4, then I can come. Okay, do I need to I guess what do I need to do? Bring anything? And she says you could bring cash. Wow. She brought cash. And she tore her hair out on the side, y'all. Ooh, sheesh capiche. Girl. Sheesh kadam peace. Y'all done snatched this lady hair out her head. This is insane. Let's get into this news report.
I got the message. I done paid you exactly what you asked for. Let my hair go.
Caught on camera and caught by her hair.
They're pulling so hard that they end up pulling out 2 braids with my real hair attached.
Jessica Odom said,
Baby, if this ain't giving the shade room caught on camera and caught with her hair, what did they say?
I got the message. I done paid you exactly what you asked for. Let my hair go.
Caught on camera and caught by her hair.
They're pulling so hard that they end up pulling out 2 braids.
Ooh, it's 2.
With my real hair attached.
Jessica Odom says she just wanted to feel pampered and get her hair braided at Mama Gifted Hands on Friday.
I would have never expected for it to end the way that it ended.
Odom says she texted
Your hair cute though. Sorry. Yeah, it's cute.
the salon owner directly to book her appointment. In the text messages, you can see she asked how much for the service, and the owner responded with $200.
When I arrived, everything was going well. Hospitality was there. It was a nice vibe, nice environment. I got to watching Netflix over there while they was doing my hair, and when they finished, everything pretty much went left.
She don't want to pay. She don't want you to pay, sir.
Man, show the money. Show what I paid.
You pay, but we're gonna fix it.
Odom says she pulled out the cash to pay. And that's when she says the owner walked over and said,
"You're going to have to pay me $50 more." Then I tried to make my way to the door. And as I'm making my way to the door, she's like, "Just give me 30. If you can't give me 30, then go sit over there and we'll cut the hair out."
Fearing for her life, Odom says she was locked inside the salon. She says she was tussling with the shop owner and 3 other women while trying to unlock the door.
As soon as I get out of the door, I feel my head jerk back. And when I turned, I see 3 women pulling my hair. So now we're playing tug of war with my head.
After the women were pulling on her hair for at least 30 to 40 minutes, Odom says the police finally showed up.
I don't wish jail on anyone, but in this situation, I mean, I didn't do anything. I honestly just wanted my hair done, and I would like to see them pay for what they did to me.
Man, let me go. No, I did, bro. Let me go.
You're not leaving. We're gonna fix it.
Nah, you ain't doing nothing. Let me go.
You're not leaving. We're gonna fix this.
Bro, let me go.
You're not leaving. Ferme la porte.
That's crazy. Over $30. And now y'all done sat up here and then got charged. That's crazy to me. Because y'all done got arrested, baby, for kidnapping and assault. Do y'all hear this? Kidnapping and assault over $30. That's insane. Let me see. Is there anything else they're saying about this? Birmingham Police Department reports the BPD's crime reduction team has arrested the owner, Mama Gifted Hands, and 2 employees. The suspects have been identified, with the oldest lady being 45. Right? The suspects have been charged: kidnapping 1st degree, assault 3rd degree in connection with the incident. Ooh, child, that's terrible. That's terrible, honey. So this is when she opened up her salon back in September. A few months back, I told y'all I had something cooking. And here we are. We officially moved into our very own location. You just opened it up. You just opened it up in September, girl. And you getting arrested in November. She says from starting as a home braider and now stepping into her own storefront all in just 3 years of business. Girl, I don't know. You probably came out better staying at home. That's insane. Baby. The comments line her up. Somebody said, boy, that boy. Boy, they would have just been pulling my foot out of one of y'all. The comments. Boy, they would have just been pulling my foot out of one of y'all asses over there. Okay. Somebody said it would have been 2052 by the time they got me off you. It would have been 2052 by the time they got me off you. I can't. All right. Ooh, shoosh. Somebody said, I see out of town people on here saying that she better be glad she not in their city. Trust me. She in the worst city to do what she did. She just looked up and ran across 1 or 3 people in the city that ain't about that. Okay, the other 99.9% of the city wish she would try that with them. Lord have mercy. Somebody said would have tore you a new shop there, homies. I'm super proud of you, mama, but why my picture ain't up there? Okay, so that's a somebody said, baby, the way me and my people would turn you every which way but loose. Oh wow. Somebody said, come pull my hair. Let's see if you leave with legs. Let's see if you leave with legs, okay? Somebody said you might as well go ahead and close up shop. Wow. Somebody said the way I would have been zipping you up in that bag. Gee, so you would have clapped her up out of here, huh? Somebody said she snatched that braid like an upcharge. And baby, I would have delivered straight BTA express shipping. Woo! Somebody said, baby, I would have came back there with my Bama peeps and shook your tree loose in the shop. You would have been too scared to come back in there to work. You better be glad you had the right one that day. Jesus, you better be glad. I would have put in some Fulani work. Okay, you and your workers would have got walked right out your own shop to never return. That's crazy. Oh, wow. They is firing this lady up in the comments. Oh, they said it would have been 2052 by the time they got me the hell up off of you. I'm on the floor. These people is crazy down there to the Birmingham. Wow. Well, that's what's going on, honey. These people in the setup there got some very serious charges. So I don't think her shop going to be open much longer if all the damn workers and the owner done got arrested. Over $30? It wasn't worth all that, ma'am. It ain't. It isn't worth all that. Okay. What's the next thing I want us to get into? I want to get into this story with this young lady, Kayla Bryan. I mean, is it Bryan? Let me make sure that's her last name. I think it's Kayla Bryant. She is a student out of Clark, Atlanta. So let us check out her video because Miss Ma'am ended up being assaulted not too long ago by this guy and his girl. So let's get into it.
Hello, my name is Kayla Bryant and I was just attacked outside of my building in Atlanta. I go to Clark Atlanta University.
So what y'all don't see was that Kayla and the guy's girlfriend were getting into it. He comes, I guess, to get Kayla off the girl, and he's literally choking her, like cutting off her airway. Right? And some people, thank God, stepped in because it's so many times we watch these videos and I feel like people don't step in. They just like to stand back with their phones and record. And it's like, ain't nobody gonna say that, ain't nobody gonna do that. Damn. Right? So I'm glad somebody, some people tried to step in to get him up off of her.
Oh, I should do it to you, right? Stop. Don't choke her. What liquor you got? What liquor you got on me? What liquor you got on me? I should do it to you, right? I should do it to you, right? I should kill you, right? Let her go. I'm not the one. I'm not the fucking one. Me and mine is not the one.
You had him assault me? Right.
Yeah. No. Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? I bet you got it. Who 12?
She hit me first.
Who 12?
You got it.
Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? I promise you I hit your body. Who 12? Who 12? Who 12? What you mean that? What you mean that? What you mean that? I promise you I'll get a body today. What you mean that? What you mean? What you mean that? What you mean that? What? Friday, pussy, Friday, or what? Or what?
We have a shuttle that transports us from our campus to my apartment, and I get on that because I can't drive nor can I see. So when I was getting on the shuttle today, I sit in the back room like I normally do, and a couple walks on, and they they sit in the chairs in front of me, and they start kissing and stuff. So I move over to another seat, and I'm listening to music. And as we get off the shuttle, the man starts stepping on me, and this is my feet size. Okay, that doesn't matter. My feet size. I wear a 6.5. So he steps on me, and I say, excuse me, can you apologize? Can you say sorry? And he didn't say anything. So as I'm walking off the shuttle, his girlfriend is standing there, and she's like, is there a problem? And I was like, yes, he just stood on me. Like he stepped on me. She was like, you all up in my face. You're busting, you all up in my face. I'm like, bitch, he just stepped on me. Oh my God, your boyfriend. She mushes me on my face. And I like try to swing for her back. And she's like, you got it, babe. And he starts choking me like this onto the ground. And me and her fall onto the ground. And I'm not letting go because, like, what the fuck is happening to me at the moment? Like, he's choking me and you are like, I don't know what's going on. He picks me up off the ground and starts strangling me like this, and I couldn't breathe, and I was kicking off the walls and stuff to try to gain some sort of like balance. And he's telling me he's gonna kill me, and he's like, you want that? I'll kill you, all of that. Like, I'm telling me, go find your boyfriend, and I'm in Atlanta by myself because I'm just trying to go to school and go to work, that's all. I don't have a boyfriend. I had two. Finally had two boyfriends. So I was just attacked. And the police are trying to look for them. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I put in like videos. They like scratched up my face, and then there's like bruises on my knee. But yes, my name is Kayla Bryant, and I was just attacked. I go to Clark Atlanta University, and
Yeah, that's messed up. All you had to do was say, oh, my bad. I don't know how you step on somebody's foot and don't realize that you just stepped on their foot, which leads me to believe that you know exactly what you did and you didn't give a damn. And the fact that you stepped on somebody's foot so careless, in my personal, kind of makes me feel like you were mad about something else and you took it out on her. That's what it's given, right? Yeah. And I guess the fact that she said, can you say sorry? Right? That's something that you're not used to because well, I don't know what you do with your girlfriend, but one would speculate based on how you handle this young lady. It's giving you not used to no quote unquote back talk or something like that. Like something you got going on with you, but I need you to understand how you were in the wrong from the beginning to the very end. And honestly, your girlfriend was just as wrong too, right? Because I feel like if he stepped on the foot and the girl's like, hey, can you say excuse me or something like that? It's just like, babe, just say excuse me. Or she might say it on his back, like, my bad, he didn't mean that. And going on about your business, but instead you was looking for a fight too. So it's weird. It kind of makes me question, do you always get into it yourself, young lady, with other people, and then you need that man to step in and fight? Like, is this something that y'all do on a regular? Right? Does he touch you like that as well? And then for you to say you got her, babe, you got her, it kind of gives that this is something that y'all done before. And when that gonna happen to him because he done it before and it didn't happen. Right? Because at the end of the day, he should be arrested. And I think he went some days without being arrested. Of course, she didn't know who he was, so she had to find out. But it's like, hey, bro, you like legit assaulted somebody. And honestly, I feel like the assault started when you stepped on her damn foot. Okay? Damn. Now she over here getting into it with the young lady. And then you, instead of like really coming in between, breaking it up, and then saying, I apologize, my bad, I ain't even have to get this far. Right? And instead of either letting them have their little battle because it's two women, you decided as a man to put all your power and your energy into this frail girl, the same, about as frail as the girlfriend that you damn got. That's crazy. And then talking about how he was going to catch a body. You sure you want that? Do you need that? Because you're a Morehouse College student. I feel like that's a prestigious university. I think it means a lot to be a student of Morehouse. And this how you out here acting, baby. You probably not gonna make it through the semester because they probably finna expel you if they haven't already. Because now that this is going viral, I feel like it looks bad on them. So this is gonna be a real lesson learned for you on how a simple mistake, if it was that, right, or how your actions can really affect your future. Like, this is going to be attached to you. Now, if this is your first instance, then like I always tell folks, I mean, depending on the state, I guess, you might be able to not have this on your record in some capacity. I guess if you were to do some probation or whatever, right, potentially get the record like Sheree did, possibly. But you just affected yourself, and now being a college student, ain't nobody got money like that to be going to no court and securing attorneys and all of that. Ain't nobody got money like that. Ain't nobody got money like that. And you doing all of this behind a girl you might not even be with in a few years. Like, what? But then, I don't know, I just feel like you did that behind yourself. Not even so much as behind your girl, because I also feel like if you really cared about her, you wouldn't want her to be in a situation like that with nobody anyway, to where she's fighting. I feel like you would have at least told her, like, when the girl was like, oh, is there a problem or whatever, you would have been like, it's cool. Like, my bad, I ain't mean to step on your shoe, whatever, step on your foot. Baby, come on. Like, one or both of y'all would have pulled each other from the situation. Right? But I guess y'all, I don't know. I guess y'all too young or something, honey. All right. Let me see. Was there another update? Here we go. Let's see what the update was over here.
So I'm Kayla Bryant from Pennsylvania University, and I just wanted to make a video regarding the incident that happened Thursday, November 20th, I believe. First, thank you for the support from TikTok and social media in general. It is because of you that I was able to find out who the people were, the couple were, and were able to get press charges on the man who I now know is Matthew. I'm extremely thankful for the witnesses that were there who transported me from the apartment, well, from outside the apartment, even to my doorstep, who made sure that they spoke to school administration, spoke to my building, spoke to everybody, as I did, spoke to the police, made sure to transport myself to the hospital, made sure to speak to school campus police the next morning, make sure to speak to detectives. He made sure on all fronts. That's really what I'm grateful for. There are a few things that I want to address as of late. I do not profit off of my content. I never profited off of the video I made after my attack, being that my attack was so violent and gruesome. TikTok it's ineligible for monetization, nor do I ever really want. Maybe if I was a child, it would be nice to make money off of social media, but because I am in college and I do have my own job, my priority lies at school and work, not on social media. It was only in my intention that I addressed it and made sure that after reporting it to the police and having the police involved, that my audience or whoever the internet might consume or whoever may concern also are aware of the potential violent man out on the streets who wanted to take my life. So it was never my intention to profit off of that video or anything of the sort. And I'm also 23 and I cannot see. So as I am staring at a phone screen right now, it is blurry and the only thing I see is a bright pink jacket. My glasses are in my purse. When I state that, I am not saying that I'm walking around like blind and I just don't know what is going on. I make sure that I walk around with glasses on, I touch everything that I can, I speak to people, and I keep a strict routine. Therefore, I do feel comfortable not wearing my glasses when I do need them, first turn my back and I will put them on. Obviously, that comfort is a safety risk, being that I almost had my life taken away and I have to be aware of who the person was. But I do not like when people question me regarding my site. The whole backstory of what happened, and it's horrible, so it's not something that I feel comfortable stating. I just know that I've done what I can to secure my safety, other than it having it stripped away from me by a man. Nor do I step to a man and try to have a verbal altercation or a physical altercation with them. Again, I am 5'1", 3/4, 6.5 feet, 90.8 pounds. This man was not faced towards me at all. Even after the attack, and I was finally released, when they backed me to the wall, that is when I finally saw who that man was. Other than that, I was taken in a chokehold from behind. I do also appreciate the support, but when you do see me in my apartment or at work or stuff like that, please keep in mind of what you're saying also, too, because not only do I not walk up to men and attack them, I don't feel comfortable walking up to people sort of mocking them for being attacked. I just had someone come up to me and be like, "You're the girl that got choked." And then I said choked, and she said strangled. What do you want me to say? Please have a good heart and a good mind when you are addressing the situation, being that I was attacked and I am very small. And I know that I'm 23, and there might be an age difference between you and I. I'm not sure if you're younger and older, but please keep in mind that I am here just to go to college, and I was attacked. And there's not anything that I could have done or said to change that. I'm not a naturally angry or violent person. I'm not sure who may believe that. Sometimes I really wish I was, so I could properly defend myself and execute these situations whenever I am in trouble. I really wish I was 6 feet tall, big and strong, but I'm not. So that is something that I'm dealing with every day. If you do hear me saying, "No, don't, please, 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 please come forward and do what God is asking you to, and make sure that both parties are heard and separated, so that nobody tries to take anybody's life and die."
I'm gonna pause it right there. I agree with her. I feel like there was nothing that she could have done. Like, I mean, I feel like the guy was gonna do what he was gonna do anyway, because he already stepped on her damn foot without care, right? So even if people didn't like the fact that she was like, "Can you say sorry?" Right? Or if she had like a funky look when she got off, I just don't think that gave him a right to choke her up like that. When for me, you were in the damn wrong to begin with, and all of this could have been resolved if you just said, "Oh, my bad, I ain't even see you right there." Right? But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all might feel different. Y'all might be like on some, "Well, shoot, you talk to me like that, then I ain't saying that to you either." Like, you know, can you say sorry? Like, no, bitch, I can't. I'm finna go. Right? So I mean, some of y'all may be like that, but I just feel like to go to that extreme and like trying to take her airways out, and then this is the thing for me, she was getting at it with your girl. So you are giving her all of this aggression like she did something to you directly, and she did nothing to you for you to be sitting up here talking about some, where your boyfriend, call 12, I'm gonna catch a body for real. You already tried to catch a body by choking her the hell out, right? You already tried to catch that body, but if she called 12, you really finna catch a body? Well, guess what? 12 just caught your body, because now you got charges. You cool? That's insane. Learn something from this. Learn something from this. It was so unnecessary. You know, I could see them probably coming online at a later time and probably being like, "Well, she leaving details out, and this is what happened," and da 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 da. I guess, child. But what we did see was her being in it with your girl, and you walked up there and you sat up there and choked her up. And I just don't think that you were needed, especially when people are around. Look like they was going to break them up. That's where you would have been needed to break up the situation. But instead, you heightened the situation, and now you got charges on you too. But yeah, you know, consequences to the actions, and this is what they are, right? But that's all I got, y'all. I just wanted to come down here and give y'all a little something, chat with you guys a little bit. Be sure to like up the video. Remember that we are doing the panel tonight over here on my channel. And yeah, that's all I got. Happy Thanksgiving to the people. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cash died at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated like a face. take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M.